The world was holding its breath, caught in a moment of uneasy anticipation. Every city, every small town, even the most remote corners of the earth seemed to sense that something monumental was about to unfold. A heavy stillness settled over cities and forests alike, as if nature itself was pausing, waiting for a signal. The usual rhythms of life slowed, and even the wind seemed to whisper warnings of what was to come. For months, dread had spread, fueled by rumors of a shadow organization called Dominion and strange energy readings that defied explanation. News outlets speculated endlessly, while scientists worked around the clock, their faces drawn with worry and exhaustion. People moved under the weight of an uncertain future, fearing a fate they couldn't see. Conversations grew hushed, and every glance toward the sky was filled with silent questions and unspoken fears. Then came the storm. No ordinary weather, but a sky alive with impossible colors and intelligent lightning. The clouds twisted and danced, painting the night with hues never before witnessed by human eyes. The storm wasn't destructive, it hummed with energy, awakening something dormant in the world. Scientific instruments went haywire, readings spiking off the charts, as if the very laws of physics were being rewritten in real time. And a rare few felt a surge of vitality, as if their DNA had been switched on. They described a rush of power, a sense of connection to something vast and ancient, as if the storm had unlocked hidden potential within them. The storm was a message. The old rules no longer applied. The world had changed, and nothing would ever be the same again. Wonder and confusion mingled in the air as people tried to make sense of what they had witnessed. Dominion's agents saw a resource to exploit, their eyes cold and calculating as they plotted their next move, determined to seize control of this new force. But others saw a miracle, a sign that wonders could still happen, that hope could be reborn even in the darkest hour. For them, the storm was a promise of possibility. The stage was set, the players unknowingly chosen, and the first act of a new age was about to begin. Across the world, people braced themselves for what was coming, each of them sensing that their lives were about to change forever. The world teetered between despair and a new unknown hope, standing on the edge of a dawn that promised both danger and wonder in equal measure. In a forgotten corner of the city, Alex lived in the shadows, a brilliant scientist haunted by regret. Once he dreamed of changing the world, but his research was twisted by Dominion into weapons of control. When he tried to expose them, they destroyed his reputation and left him a ghost in his own life. Now, surrounded by broken equipment, Alex felt powerless as Dominion's influence grew. The night of the storm, he watched the sky in despair, feeling nothing but emptiness. Unbeknownst to him, the storm's energy resonated with his abandoned research, and with him. The universe wasn't ignoring Alex, it was calling his name. He was about to be given a second chance. Sometimes the greatest heroes are born from the deepest loss. The storm would awaken more than just energy, it would awaken hope. After the storm, Alex's workshop crackled with new energy. His old equipment hummed, and curiosity returned as he discovered the storm's energy matched his own lost theories.
Driven by desperation, I began to experiment, knowing Dominion would try to harness this power.
He built a containment suit, part armor, part conduit, to channel the storm's energy safely. The suit was sleek, circuits glowing blue, a fusion of science and courage.
I stepped in feeling a surge of power, not pain but purpose.
The suit stabilized the energy, clearing his mind and reigniting his will to fight.
I saw not a broken scientist, but a new force, a protector. I chose the name Titan.
No longer a victim, Alex became the world's last best hope, forged by science, loss, and the storm. The journey from despair to hero had begun. The universe had given him a mission. Titan was born. The fight for the future was on. Becoming Titan was only the beginning. Mastering his power was the real challenge.
My first energy blast vaporized my fridge. Super speed sent me crashing through walls.
He trained relentlessly, turning abandoned spaces into his testing ground, learning control and discipline. He meditated, connecting with the suit's energy as if it were his own heartbeat.
The scientist in me returned. I hacked Dominion's networks, studied their moves, and learned to fight on two fronts, physical and digital.
His first test came when Dominion targeted a research facility. Titan intervened, using precision and surprise to save the scientists. He wasn't perfect, but he was determined.
I became a ghost in their machine, a protector in the shadows.
Titan's first victory wasn't just against Dominion, but against his own doubt. The legend of Titan began to spread. Hope had a new champion. Dominion was more than an enemy. It was an idea, led by the ruthless sovereign.
I saw free will as a flaw and sought to reshape humanity into perfect order, using the storm's energy to pacify the world.
The sovereign, once Alex's colleague, twisted science into a tool for control. Dominion's influence spread through blackmail, sabotage, and manipulation, promising security at the cost of freedom.
I viewed Titan as a rogue variable, an error in my perfect equation.
Dominion built a cage for humanity, convincing people to enter willingly. The sovereign's plan broadcast a signal to erase free will.
I believed my vision was inevitable. Titan was just a fleeting spark of defiance.
But sparks can ignite revolutions. The battle lines were drawn. As Dominion's grip tightened, hope faded and fear ruled the streets. Surveillance drones watched from above, curfews stifled freedom. Titan became a myth. A rumor whispered among the brave. Stories of his exploits spread. He was the blue light in the darkness, the silent guardian who struck back. Every victory was proof that Dominion was not invincible.
I never wanted to be a symbol, I just couldn't stand by.
Where Dominion demanded order, Titan embodied the chaos of choice and the power of hope. He fought for people, not ideology. For many, he became the living embodiment of defiance. Even in the darkest night, a single light can shine. Titan knew he couldn't fight alone. Dominion was too vast. He needed allies who shared his conviction. Ilara, a brilliant bioengineer, joined after Titan saved her lab. She brought intellect and resolve.
I don't need powers, just a reason. You gave me one. John, a betrayed Special Forces operative, became their strategist and fighter.
I'm tired of running, count me in.
We do this together or not at all?
Together, they formed a new alliance, setting up a hidden base beneath the city. Their first mission rescued journalists with evidence of Dominion's plan. Titan created a diversion. Jean and Ilara infiltrated the facility. Their teamwork succeeded where one alone would have failed. They sent a message. Dominion now faced an idea, not just a man. Ideas can spread and inspire. The journalists' revelations shattered Dominion's illusion of benevolence, exposing the truth to millions and sparking resistance worldwide. People everywhere, from crowded city streets to remote villages, realized the depth of the sovereign's deception. The world, once lulled into complacency, now bristled with a new sense of urgency and hope. The sovereign accelerated his plan, preparing to broadcast his mind-controlling signal from a city tower. His followers scrambled to secure the perimeter, while the city skyline flickered with anticipation and dread. Titan and his team had only hours to stop him. Every second counted as they mapped out their desperate strategy, knowing the fate of humanity hung in the balance.
We decide our fate, let's end this, together as one.
The final battle raged. Titan soared toward the tower as Jan and Ilara led resistance fighters below. The city became a war zone, echoing with the sounds of struggle and hope.
Keep moving, we're almost there. Don't let fear slow you down.
No one gets left behind. We fight for each other, no matter the cost.
Ilara saved lives amid chaos. Jan's tactics inspired hope. Ordinary people became heroes, risking everything to protect their neighbors. At the tower's peak, Titan faced the Sovereign, both armored and powerful. The city below held its breath as the two Titans prepared for their final confrontation.
You could have ruled with me. Instead, you choose chaos over order, hope over certainty.
I choose hope. I choose freedom, even if it means standing alone. That's something you'll never understand. True strength comes from believing in others.
Titan realized brute force wouldn't win. He needed to outthink his enemy, to make a sacrifice for the greater good. He sacrificed his suit's power, unleashing an EMP that disabled the Sovereign's machine. The city plunged into darkness, but the mind control signal was silenced.
This ends now, for everyone who still believes in tomorrow.
The armor went dark, but Jan caught Alex as the tower fell silent. In that quiet, the world seemed to hold its breath, waiting for what would come next. The world was saved, not by a god, but by a man who chose courage and sacrifice. The people, united by hope, reclaimed their future. The dawn was uncertain, but it was theirs. A fragile peace settled over the city, promising new beginnings. A new chapter was beginning, written by those who dared to dream of a better world. In the aftermath, Dominion was broken, but the world was scarred and uncertain. The city's wounds ran deep, visible in every shattered window and silent street. Yet beneath the surface something new was stirring, a quiet determination, a sense that the worst was over and the future was theirs to shape. On a rooftop at sunrise, Alex, Elara and Gian contemplated the work ahead. The city below was battered but alive, and the first rays of sunlight promised a new beginning. They knew the path forward would be long, but together they felt ready to face it.
We did what we had to. Now we help them heal. Every person here has lost something, but together, we can help them find hope again. It's our responsibility to lift each other up, to rebuild not just the city but the spirit of its people.
There's so much work, but I believe in us. We've already come so far, and I know we can inspire others to join us. Every small act of kindness, every plan we make brings us closer to the world we want to see.
If we survive that, we can handle anything, together. Our strength is in our unity, and as long as we stand side by side, there's nothing we can't overcome. We're not just survivors, we're builders of a new age.
Their story inspired a global movement. People organizing not by old banners but by hope and community. Across continents, strangers became allies, united by a vision of a better tomorrow. The spirit of resistance took root, proving ordinary people could do extraordinary things. In every neighborhood, people found courage they never knew they had, and together they began to heal the world. Alex, Elara and Gian expanded their team, recruiting others touched by the storm or driven by hope. Each new member brought fresh ideas and energy, strengthening their resolve and broadening their reach. They became guardians, not rulers, dedicated to rebuilding and protecting. Their mission was clear: to serve, to listen, and to ensure no one was left behind. Their headquarters became a beacon of innovation and compassion. It was a place where ideas flourished, where anyone could come to help or seek help, and where hope was always alive. The Age of Titan was an age of countless heroes. Every day, new stories of bravery and kindness emerged, reminding everyone that heroism lives in the hearts of ordinary people. The future isn't something that happens to us. It's something we build together. Every brick laid, every hand extended was a step toward a brighter world. United by hope, people can overcome any darkness. Even in the deepest night, the light of community and compassion can guide the way. A brighter dawn is always possible when we choose to stand together. The new age had begun not with a single act, but with millions of hearts united in hope.